Hey, yo, it's me, Pops Van Marmalade, and you're watching the Comics-Related Madness Network. Huh? So come get some. CromCon. CromCon.
Your favorite podcast, it's Critical Blast.
Hi, this is Tim TK, host of That Silverline Show on Tuesday. Join us at 11 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. Pacific every Tuesday night as we discuss pop culture and the joys of making comics.
And I'm Scott Wakefield, host of Silverline's Wednesday Wham, where we talk about comic books and all kinds of great storytelling, sometimes with incredible guests. And we want you to join us Wednesday nights from 8 to 9 p.m. Eastern. We'll see you there.
I'm Roland Mann, and I host Silverline's Silver Sunday. Join me every Sunday at 8 p.m. Eastern as we make mine Silverline.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Silver Sunday on this February 7th of 2021. You know, I started to say 19 something. Good grief. I know. It was like, yes, we are here, and we realize that there is some game going on, but we feel probably none of us are that. John's got it on, but the rest of us were like, whatever. And so we're kind of... we're kind of like, okay, let's go ahead and do this anyway. We're already getting comments. William Pace says, Phil Leon, where are your pages? I agree, Phil Leon. Where are your pages? I should probably holler at you and check in on you. Tonight, we're going to do something special. We're going to be doing some dramatic reading. As you can see, our title is Masterpiece Theater, but comics. And so we're going to have a blast tonight. Hopefully you will as well. But first, shout out to our sponsor, Daytona Beach Comic Con, who I got a message said they know it's going to be September, but doesn't have a date yet. And as soon as he has a date, they will let me know. So I think they're narrowing down the date. I'm excited to learn that. Silverline is kind of the home convention. I'm Silverline. Daytona Beach is kind of the home convention of Silverline because it's just right up the street from where I am in Orlando. So kind of by default, it is there. Our Kickstarter's over, and I'm going to try to send out surveys tomorrow. And then hopefully you can get them back to me by the end of the week. And about the same time, I should be getting the funds from Kickstarter. And then we'll just send that on over to our printer that is Kablam, and hopefully we'll be getting those shipped out to you quickly. My father-in-law says, "Hey, big dummy, what's up, Screw Loose?" And William Pace says, "Hey, Roland Man, what's up, William Pace?" So we got a bunch of folks watching right now. So you guys are in for a treat tonight because this is going to be fun. We're going to see a dramatic reading tonight. At the halfway mark, we're going to have Martin Piero going to be reviewing an independent comic book for us. I have forgotten which one. My apologies, Martin, but Martin's going to be doing a review for us, and then we'll come back and do more dramatic readings. But before we get there, let's go around the circle and introduce ourselves. So Murderers Row. I am Roland, and I am the writer of Cat and Mouse and Trumps and Rejects and Silverline Tiva. I'm also kind of the chief cat herder here. So that is what that is. All right. So we'll just go around. We'll go John, Curtis, Aaron, Peter, Roberta.
Okay. Wait. What?
I'm still trying to figure out how I went before Curtis.
What was that?
John.
I'm just gonna go when it gets quiet.
Peter, tell us who you are. Who are you, Peter?
I'm just a penciler.
I am. All right, I'm John Martin. I am the inker on Friar Rush and Wolf Hunter. I may or may not have done a cover as well. I've also done a bunch of sketch cards and who knows what else I'll get into. And I'm going to be slightly distracted a little bit here and there, as long as Mr. Money Rolling, the referees, keep scoring touchdowns.
Is it Peter?
That must be me then, because it's gone
I think
quiet.
it's Peter. I think it is Peter. Go for it, Peter.
Right. Yeah, hi, I'm Pete. I'm just a penciler. I'm penciling Silverline Team Up champion in Miss Fury, although not tonight. Tonight I'm penciling a cover for Twilight Grim.
Nice.
What else can I tell you? I draw stuff. That's all you need to know.
Wubba's supposed to be in here. Get in here, Wubba.
Yeah, I think he's got a Super Bowl party going on or something like that.
Hey, my
Wubba actually says, "Hey, y'all." And Tim TK says, "What's good, family? What's up, Tim TK?"
Hey, Tim.
Yeah.
Awesome. I guess I'll go next. I'm Curtis Fujita. I'm the creative director at Silverline. I'm also the creator of the upcoming Silverline comic book, Shadow Ghost, a Kung Fu comic by a Kung Fu master. So that's me. I'm going to pass the mic to Aaron.
My name is Aaron Humphreys, and I am the penciler on Fire Rush. I am also starting a new project with Silverline, and I have the story, and I'm working with the writer, and so things are taking off. So I'm super excited about that. And I also finishing up my own comic book, Gollings, which I publish on webtoons and stuff. That's my own personal stuff. So I'm finishing up one and going right into another one.
Yes.
At least that's the idea.
Nice. And last but not least.
Yeah.
Me?
Me?
Yeah.
You forget me. I'm Roberta. I'm a colorist for Silverline Team Up Champion and Miss Fury and for Cat and Mouse, and a couple covers these days, and I don't know. That's about it for now.
All right. So so this is your crew for tonight. Boy, the chat's hopping here. Quentin says, "Hey guys, awesome to see everyone. What's up, Quentin?" Wubba says, "Yes, yeah, he's having a Super Bowl party." I kind of figured he would.
Is it
Wubba,
the Super Bowl?
Yeah, it is.
Oh, what are we doing here? Shouldn't we all be watching that? Thought that was like the American thing. Everyone tuned in to watch Super Bowl.
Well, you know.
No.
No.
I only like it. I only like it because they have
TV.
new movie trailers. That's it.
Wubba says
we're in
his
trouble.
party. Wubba says his party is a Tom Brady hate group.
Then I should be there.
Gary Clark says, "What's up, Roland?" Gary was running a store. He's probably doing live auctions right now, but he had a store down in Tampa. I did some signings down there with friends Chuck Dixon and Sergio Cariello.
Yeah,
I never can get his last name right. Good guys. And Tommy says, "You guys are in so much trouble." Okay.
I know. I listened to the Wednesday stream. I'm nervous.
Oh, I'm telling you that Brent, man, he had me in stitches.
Was he the one that did the German accent?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. That was
and the time he went off script once or twice because he missed the line, and he was like, "Oh, it's me. It's because it's my book. It's all about me." And this is German accent. I just couldn't get past. Okay. So all right. So here's what we're gonna do. All right. So so I went ahead and assigned the roles. So you guys got to pay attention. So I assigned the roles, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to assign the first one, and I'm going to pick out the voice that you're going to use. Okay. Then I'll assign the next role, and then you pick the voice that person's going to use. So you can use actors, like you could say, oh, you know, you're going to do it in a Sean Connery accent, or you can do, you know, something to that. But you pick out what they're going to use next. Now, if you pick out an actor that they don't know, obviously you're going to have to come up with somebody else, because they picked someone on Wednesday stream, and I'm like, I have no idea who that is, you know. So is that clear as mud?
Not really, but I'm sure it will figure it out.
Now, because he never introduces himself, I forget him about every other time. Who you can't see is the man behind the scenes is my son, Brett Man. And we can see him on our screen as unpaid producer. Brett, instead of tossing up art this time, you should find the cover of Mantis Files in there. And if you will, just put that over on the side. You don't have to put it up big, because they're going to want to see us as we try to read these lines. But you want to put it certainly over there small so they can see the cover of what it is we're reading. The Mantis Files is, just so you guys know, the Mantis Files is an older Silverline book. And this is it. It was actually originally published by Eternity. Silverline was the packager. This was in the days pre-Silverline being an actual publisher, when Silverline was just a packager. And you can actually see the Silverline name is right there, right? You can see it. See the presentation of Silverline, right? So, but this is Eternity Comics, which was, for those of you who know, was a Malibu imprint. And so that's what we're going to be reading today. So, so I will read the descriptions of the panels. So kind of want to set the stage. And so then Peter will be reading the part of Peter Mantis.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
And Peter will be reading the parts in a stereotypical evil Frenchman accent.
Oh, all right. I didn't know I was French. All right.
All right. The okay, so Peter Mantis, his narration voice starts on page 7. That's when you'll start looking
thank
for him.
God
Okay?
for that.
Yeah. The next part. Now, Peter, you gotta choose a voice that this next person is going to use. Okay.
Oh.
So the next part is Detective Sergeant Ferris Jackson, who shows up on page 6, and that part is going to be read by Curtis. Now,
let me just find page 6.
Peter, remember how I gave you that really nice introduction at the convention online? Do you remember that?
I don't.
I'm just
Doesn't ring any bells.
Yeah. Pete's like, the only thing I can remember is holes.
Yeah. Maybe a high-pitched Eurasian man's voice. I think maybe that'll do.
French. I would like you to have a really squeaky, effeminate voice, please.
Oh my gosh. I was going to say Gilbert Gottfried, but okay.
An anime girl.
We're not going to speak to each other.
Just a squeaky, high-pitched voice.
A squeaky, high-pitched voice. Okay, squeaky, high-pitched voice.
Did you mention to the people that this would be the last episode of Silverline Sunday after everyone hates each other?
No.
I'm not going back on with those people.
Yeah, that sort of voice, Curtis. Like that, just like that.
Okay. So, Curtis, you're gonna assign the voice to the next one. All right. Okay. The next one is going to be Tamara Rhodes, and they couldn't figure out Wednesday whether it was Tamara or Tamara, but I've been saying Tamara. So she shows up on page 11, and this is going to be read by John.
Okay.
So Curtis, what voice will John be using?
Okay.
Roland did this on purpose.
Now
I picked out the parts on purpose. Yes.
Okay.
Is John playing a woman?
Yeah. But I'd like Aaron to perform it as if Tamara
John.
John. I would like John to voice it as if it was Barry White. If you know Barry White.
Oh yeah.
And so after every couple sentences. We're talking 7 with Barry White. So after every couple sentences has to be feels so good. Has to be
good.
All right. So Aaron.
Mama.
All right. So John, you need to be thinking of a voice here for Aaron. Now, Aaron, you're going to play some multiple parts here. I've just put them in the in our group chat so that you can you can figure them all out. But you're going to do all the sound effects. You're going to do all the narration. So like the omniscient narrator, meanwhile on the other, you're going to do that.
Okay.
You're going to do Jennifer Morris, who is the hooker on page 1.
Lady, I think it's Lady of Ill Repute is what they're using nowadays. Roland,
Okay, sorry.
I think they call that typecasting.
Yeah.
Painted lady.
You're going to.
How did I know I was going to get the sound effects part? I just knew it when you read it on Wednesday. I'm like, I know that's going to be me.
You are exactly right. So you're also going to do the random cop on page 6. You're going to do the desktop cop on page 8, and you're going to do the vampire girl on page 17.
Okay.
Oh, they've got you down.
That's in the chat. And so last but
Are
not
we
least,
talking one voice or multiple?
that's up to you.
I got to remember all this.
Well, you got a pencil, write it down.
I do have a pencil. Why didn't you guys tell me these things?
I'm not a penciler. I don't have a pencil on me.
Yeah, Aaron's got to go in search of a pencil.
Yeah.
Keep draw it with my Wacom tablet.
All
right. So for the narrator, it's got to be Morgan Freeman.
Oh, nice. I like that. Well played, sir.
I'm gonna attempt my best, Morgan Freeman.
See, that's all part of the humor in it.
For the hooker, Jennifer Morris. Let's do Taylor Swift.
That might work. I've never heard Taylor Swift, so I will give it my best shot.
Sing it. Sing it.
For the random cop. For the random cop, let's do what's his name? Carl from Family Matters. He was also the cop in Die Hard.
Okay, I can give that a shot.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
The desk cop.
And that was the cop?
Yeah, the random cop. The desk cop, we're gonna make it let's see here.
If any of my students are watching this, shut off the video now. I'm just saying.
Yeah, thanks for dignity.
Thank you. That's your seafood talk.
Hightower from Police Academy.
Hightower?
Yeah.
Wasn't that Bubba Smith?
Yeah, it was Bubba Smith.
Yeah. And then the vampire girl. Let's do RuPaul.
Oh my gosh, John.
Polar Knights said it's like the evolution of beards, guys. Because John's got that big old beard.
It's been like this for a while.
Yeah, but I've got the goatee, and Pete's like scruffy.
Yep.
And Curtis and Aaron are clean shaven.
Pretty much, yeah. I think so.
And in the waist, pretty in the face. That's what we say.
Is that what they say?
That's what I say.
All right. So, so the next parts are going to be played by Roberta. So, Aaron, you got to think voice for Roberta. Roberta, I sent it on the chat too, but you're going to be
going to be a mess.
You're going to be the lady on TV on page 10. You're going to be the other voice, which may or may not be the lady on page 10. You're going to be the drunk on page 13 through 17. You're going to be the vampire, who's a Dracula-looking dude on page 17. You're going to be the killer on page 1. And you're going to be Mrs. Quinn on page 21.
Wow. That's a lot. Okay.
It is. It's all. I've said it all in the chat to you.
Yeah, I see the names. I just hope I can.
I didn't realize that my pages were out of order there, but I see that it would have been nicer if I'd have. Yeah.
All right.
So okay, so I'm. So you are not okay. Roberta. Man, I don't know. It's not the okay. So the first one is the lady in the bar, right? That's 10.
No, the first one's the killer.
Yeah, killer. Yeah, if you're gonna go sequentially, the killer is the first one.
Okay, I would say just a plain old Southern accent.
That sounds stereotypical.
Doesn't it?
What you guys
Just
get Southerners, huh?
something to get on the rolling skin since you gave me the sound effects part.
Come on.
and then for the lady, oh man, what should I do? Just like a high pitched voice.
Okay.
Okay. You got the drunk and then Mrs. Quinn. Oh, sorry, drunk,
drunk can
vampire,
be
and then Mrs.
Drunk.
For the drunk, now I'm gonna see if you can pull this off.
Oh,
Let's do
no.
Miss Piggy.
Oh, that's a
From
good
the
one.
Muppets, for the drunk.
That's great. Yeah, Tommy on Wednesday night went with the theme of all Walt Disney characters.
Did he? Okay.
Smart. That's smart.
Because I know there was a Yoda and a Kermit, but a Miss
Yeah.
Piggy.
Yeah.
Now, of course, if you have to listen to this, do your best. It's been a while since I've heard Miss
Yes.
Piggy too. Okay, then she had, after the drunk, she had one more, right?
Yeah, there was a drunk, and then there was Mrs. Quinn.
Mrs. Quinn.
I thought there was a vampire too.
There's a vampire guy too.
Yep, vampire. Yeah.
The vampire, is it a guy?
Yes.
Yeah.
Let's do Elvira, Mistress of the Dark. She just has like a sultry voice. I think that's her big
Yeah, she doesn't have too much to going on.
thing. No, I'm trying to make it somewhat easy on you.
Yeah,
And
thanks.
then Mrs. Quinn, who I think is Peter Mannis's assistant, but we don't see her to the very end of the story.
Mhm.
We could do like a drunk voice. See if she can slur
A
the
drunk
words.
voice?
I'm not even
That is
sure if that'll
funny.
work in here.
We could try it.
Yeah.
I
Now,
might
Roberta,
drunk by then.
Roberta, you get to pick a voice for me to use with the descriptions.
With the
I know.
that's
Yeah.
anything.
Make it good.
I
Yeah.
Make it something I know.
know. Oh, I so want to say something from you got to be Kermit because it just makes the most sense. Try Kermit.
Okay, I'll try Kermit. Okay, so the way this is going to go, we get you guys ready. Ready
No.
to be, right? So the way this is going to go, I will, because I'm doing the descriptions, I will describe the panel, and then the text from the panel, whoever is responsible for that, is the one that has to come in and read that, okay?
When do I come in? What?
You look at your list. Okay, here we go. Kermit. I need the water for this, don't I? Okay. Hi ho. Page 1, panel 1. A profile shot of a lady of the night as a bald-headed man stares at her longingly.
Okay, so I'm
There we go.
doing the narrations, right?
Yes.
Okay. Hold on. Where'd my thing go?
Morgan Freeman.
That's right. Hold on a minute. I'm so sorry. I lost my PDF. Where did it go? Seriously?
We haven't even got off the first panel yet.
I'm not even at
Just
the first
going-
panel, and it literally
Oh,
vanished.
Well, we're off the rails.
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay, I got it.
Are we ready?
Some say rain is cleansing. Today the
Panel
rain does
2.
not wash. Oh, that's right. You have to narrate it. Okay.
Panel 2. A longer shot. The man approaches the girl who stands with her arms crossed and her legs crossed. She doesn't care.
Today the rain does not wash away the city's sins.
A close-up of the girl as she smokes.
Give a girl a light.
Brilliant.
The man puts his arm around her and holds up an umbrella as the two walk away in the rain.
Or mask them.
I think that could be arranged.
Page 2. The two enter into a room with a clown picture at the bottom of a stairwell.
Jennifer Morris only wants refuge from the rain.
I have a place ready for us.
The two climbed the stairs and got near the top of the stairwell.
She goes what she is told, as long as it's warm.
They proceed down a hallway into a room.
Wait,
A door.
it will be.
She doesn't ask questions.
She stands looking as the man leans over and does something we don't know what he's doing.
Perhaps.
He turns around with a blowtorch.
Oh, blimey.
This time.
She recoils in fear.
She should have.
Page 3. The man holds the blowtorch and he grabs her hair.
This is no refuge.
You must not flee.
He grabs her around the throat with his left arm, still holding the blowtorch.
She screams. No one hears.
He tosses her into a bathtub. I don't think there's any water in it, but it's a bathtub.
Mysterious images fill her eyes.
He douses her with lighter fluid. And she recoils from the lighter fluid.
The fluid is like ice upon her skin.
The next page. The
Next page.
ding, page 4. He points the blowtorch at her.
The burning. Flame, an affinity of flame.
She catches on fire, and he smiles because he's enjoying it.
It is almost finished.
Oh, but the flame gets hot for him. He catches on fire.
Ah, no. No.
Oh.
The gate must be closed.
Oh.
He recoils in fear as a tentacle-looking thing reaches out towards him.
Oh.
Page 4.
5.
I'm sorry, page 5. Detective
Kermit.
Jackson. What? What?
Come on, Kermit.
Sorry. Detective Jackson stands. There's a lot of smoking in this one. Smokes a cigarette. He is on an upper floor of a building, looking out the window, very pensive.
Detective Sergeant Ferris Johnson, New Orleans homicide. In and out of the rain, he always looking at death.
Oh.
Better to see the storm.
Oh.
You should probably read the credits too.
I don't read those things.
What?
Sorry, quick.
Okay, let me see here.
Quick,
Shelter from the
interruption.
storm.
Learning
Writer,
moment.
I have a quick
Cindy
question.
Williams,
Because-
penciler, Thomas Gales, inker, Dan Schaefer, letterer, Nick McCallum?
Okay, yeah.
My question is, since Aaron doesn't like sound effects, does he not have to read the sound effects in this comic book?
I haven't found any yet.
Yeah,
I'm
you know what?
looking.
I've noticed there hasn't been that many sound effects.
Okay.
Gee,
There should have been one
I'm
for the
sorry.
fire.
What was that last thing you said, Roland, about not putting sound effects as pretentious? It's funny that this comic should have no sound effects at all so far.
Yep.
He's like, yes.
Where
I'm just
are
giving
they?
You,
Yeah.
I'm just giving you a hard time.
I mean,
They're in the black light.
have
Put the
them
black
finished.
light on it. They
That's
all show up.
that's that's a mighty quiet blowtorch there.
Yeah, I know. Maybe I
Okay.
should, maybe I should add sound effects. Would that help?
Yes.
Okay,
You should
so
do that. Yes.
whoosh. Okay, that was
Yes.
sound effect of the blowtorch.
Okay.
All right.
Page 6. Detective stares at the crime scene, and the two other police officers seem to be examining the bathtub as another police officer stands guard on the wall.
Then this sanctuary.
The detective approaches the two policemen in the bathroom.
Am I this random cop?
That would be random cop, page 6.
So okay, so that'd be me, and that's supposed to rough one, Sergeant.
The sergeant sees into the bathtub and sees a crispy, burnt human skeleton. Although there may be two burnt human skeletons in there, it's very kind of hard to make out. And there are no words. The next panel, the detective walks away from the bathroom door.
Okay,
Hey, what?
you're the detective.
Which
Is,
one's
is it
that?
is it
I
Curtis
thought he
the
was Mantis.
detective?
I think that's
Oh,
what
no,
Mantis
no,
is.
you're right, right. Who's
Okay,
On
yeah,
the next
all right.
page.
Curtis
All right,
Curtis
I'm
is the detective.
Yeah, Curtis is the detective.
Come on,
All right.
detective.
What do you make of it?
Very good, Curtis.
Nice.
Curtis. Very good.
Thank
Very
you.
effeminate and high pitched.
Thank you.
That's what we needed.
Voodoo, maybe. Hard to say.
Detective Ferris looks like he's deep in thought.
It always is.
Next page. Peter Mantis is on a tram in New Orleans, and he too looks deep in thought.
On the St. Charles streetcar, I've been looking for Raymond Evers, my
That-
friend for
that-
3 days.
that was Peter.
Isn't that
Yeah.
me?
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
Peter. Okay,
Yeah.
wait,
It's
that's right.
narration.
Okay,
It's
so
just the narration is just the top one, and then Peter Mantis
And
is
it's thoughts, yeah.
yes.
okay.
Oh, yeah. I've been looking for Raymond Evers, my friend, for 3 days. I think I got it.
A
think I got
close
it.
up. I think you got it. I think you got it too. A close up of the newspaper that Peter Mantis stares at.
I hope I haven't found him.
Peter puts his newspaper under his arm and looks back in the tram. Next panel, Peter gets off of the tram, is still riding in New Orleans, and he holds the newspaper over his head.
Why should I think there is a connection? Because everybody knows.
Peter walks in front of the police station, holding the newspaper over his head still.
Peter Mantis checks out all the possibilities. Oh, yeah.
Page 8.
This is me. I'm the
Inside-
test.
Inside the police station, a police officer looks bored.
Okay, I'm gonna try to do this. We just can't do much about missing persons.
Peter spreads his arms as he looks at the bored police officer.
But what if he's the burn man? Damn it. You've got to check it out.
The police officer is angry and points his fingers at Peter Mantis.
Yo, man, don't give me orders.
Peter Mantis is angry and walks away.
And I'll find him myself.
He bumps into Sergeant Jackson.
Easy there.
Sergeant Jackson, your unmistakable pitch.
Sergeant Jackson lights a cigarette as he and Peter Mantis stare at each other.
What makes you think your friend is on John Doe?
He worked with the homeless in the area. Now he's missing.
Peter and Sergeant exit the police station.
I know there have been several disappearances.
Continue to walk down the road.
Raymond is a social worker. He will try to check things out.
We think this is a murder suicide. Maybe he found the wrong answers.
Jesus
Sergeant is lighting another cigarette in the morgue as he and Peter Mantis stare at a covered body in a drawer.
If this is your friend, Mr. Mantis,
The sergeant removes the blanket from the body, revealing a charred hand. Peter Mantis is shocked.
It may be hard to tell.
Peter Mantis turns away as the sergeant smokes a cigarette.
He has the right build.
I'm not sure where the cigarette went, but the sergeant is looking at Peter Mantis, who is angry.
Did he have a thing for torching hookers?
Forgive me, never.
Peter Mantis storms away. He's angry, leaving the sergeant behind.
He would have been trying to stop the evil, you silly man. I've got to find out what's going on.
Page 10. Peter Mantis is on a television, and he has his finger up as he's explaining something.
Oh, yeah, I have seen evil take many forms.
Very smiley, pretty woman on TV smiles and responds.
Your book must be fascinating, Mr. Mantis.
Very, very true.
Peter Mantis, with a drink in his hand, stares at the television set.
Is this
Yeah,
you?
that's you.
Okay. Well, we'll be back with Mr. Peter Mantis, author and investigator of the arcane. His new book about the experiences is The Mantis Files.
Oh.
Peter Mantis turns to walk away from the bar as a waitress rubs it down, leaving somebody else drinking at the bar.
That's not me. Who's that?
Aaron.
Oh, I have Desktop Vampire. Is it Vampire Girl?
No, actually.
I think it was Roberta. Is this the southern accent lady?
No, this is the bartender.
That one's the bartender. Yeah, that one's there. No one was
I'm
assigned that.
Next.
You're drunk next.
John, grab that one. The bartender.
Your interview's not over, bud.
Peter Mantis puts his hand up and tells him in a talk to the hand kind of way, while a woman in the foreground looks on after Peter Mantis.
But I already know how it ends.
Peter Mantis exits the bar and he notices the woman is following behind him.
I never intended becoming a tabloid and television star.
He ignores her as he keeps walking, but she gets a little bit closer.
The book was to warn people.
He's walking along the street. Doo-dah, doo-dah.
What good are warnings?
Now we have a close-up of his shoes, and they appear to be tennis shoes.
Yeah, evil always seems to flourish.
Now the woman who was following puts her finger up. She may have tapped him on the shoulder, but she puts her finger up to get his attention, and Peter Mantis turns to her. That is that's the
John,
woman.
I think.
Yeah, that's
John.
John.
That's
That's Tamara.
Barry White voice.
All right. me, Mr. Mantis.
Oh,
Can I
oui.
speak with you? Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
MVP.
Page 12. Tamara is being jostled by people walking by her. One drunk looks like he's saying some nasty things to her as he walks by.
She's no goopy.
A very close up of her. She looks sweet and helpless and in need.
I see the pain in her eyes.
She stands in front of Mr. Mantis with her hands out, pleading.
What can I do for you?
Now, the tool, she leans close to him. so that he might hear her.
You're the one from the television. Thought you might help me.
Peter Mantis puts his hand along the small of her back and ushers her away from all the people walking.
Oh, oui. Step over here. Tell me what's wrong.
No touchy.
She puts her hand on his arm, pleading, and there's graffiti on the back of the wall that says, Sikaris rules.
My name is Tamara Rhodes, and I'm trying to find my daughter.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Page, what page is it? 13. I don't know why I'm doing it in the current voice still. We're at a cemetery as the moon shines high behind a mausoleum statue of a nun holding a cross, and there's a drunk who has red wine that he is holding in his hand.
This is me, right?
Yes, narrator.
Yeah, yeah. What is your dreams?
The drunk walks through touching a mausoleum grave.
Grimillion want a place to dream.
He takes a huge drink of his red wine. He looks like he really enjoys it.
St. Louis Cemetery frightens some, not Grimillion.
He opens a door in one of the mausoleum graves. He's gonna go in.
For him, it's a dry place to sleep.
An all black panel.
Oh.
Mr. Sound Effects.
That's right. I gotta read the first one first. Usually. He never gave me a sound effect. I was just gonna scratch. Biff bamboo.
So the one.
The bottle drops, and apparently it doesn't make any noise, but it breaks in pieces.
But not tonight. Crash. Tinkle, tinkle, tinkle. Glass has got it.
Page 14. Close up of a Bela Lugosi looking vampire with his teeth bared. The drunk recoils in terror. Bela Lugosi stands there looking all smug.
Is it the wine?
And now we see Bela Lugosi has friends. Here's Bela Lugosi and Vampirella and some Mexican death guy and some half-naked ghost lady and somebody with chains. It's a bunch of cosplayers. He's surrounded by cosplayers.
Or is it a nightmare come true?
Page 15. The drunk takes off running away from the cosplayers. He leaps over gravestones.
He's never had this nightmare before.
A vampire-looking cosplayer with fangs look like he's about to bite him. We're getting close.
He can't look back.
Drunk hides behind a mausoleum grave as the silhouette of one of the cosplayer bad guys gets closer.
Something.
Page 16. Vampirella is right there beside him now, and his eyes are really wide.
We'll be waiting there.
His mouth is open in abject terror. And his eyes are wide. He takes off running like a scared little kid with his hands up. He's got motorcycle gloves on, though.
There is no refuge.
The motorcycle-looking dude tackles him as Vampirella looks on, smiling.
I can do.
That's the drunk. Who's the drunk?
Oh, is he say? Oh, sorry.
Page 17. The motorcycle guy now has the drunk has his arm around the drunk's neck and the other hand behind his back so that he cannot move. Bella Lugosi and Vampirella stare on.
Why so afraid?
Vampirella approaches the drunk to bite his neck.
That made me right. Like, we won't hurt you.
Close up of Bela Lugosi as he holds his finger up and has a sly little smile.
Won't you come with us?
A couple of the other cosplayers drag the drunk off. Not really sure what happened to him, but they're dragging him off.
We have a place ready for you.
Page 18.
Oh.
Back to
the lovers.
Streets of New Orleans as Tamara and Peter Mantis walk down the streets. She's explaining something to him because her hands are out and we can tell she's explaining.
We've been living in New Orleans for a little less than a year. It was a fresh start after my divorce.
Peter Mantis looks at her, interested.
Angel likes it here. She wouldn't just run away.
Have other children disappeared?
Peter Mantis looks at Tamara in anticipation of her answer.
Oh, yeah, I've heard rumors.
A very immaculate shot of probably St. Louis Cathedral, maybe there, but a really nice cathedral there in New Orleans as they stand outside the front doors.
Who's supposed to be talking?
I think that she is.
I think it's supposed to be Tamara.
Yeah, I think it's still her.
Okay. They say the street kids are missing. I know it's something evil. I can feel it.
Bravo.
Close-up shot of Andrew Jackson statue. No words.
Sure, that's what it is.
That's what that is.
Yes.
Don't want to tell you what I thought it was.
The next panel, Peter and Tamara walk through some gates, apparently in Jackson Square somewhere. They're both looking at each other, still in conversation.
But you saw nothing suspicious.
We were shopping in the quarter.
The two stand just under the Jackson statue.
No, actually.
He just vanished.
Close up on the two as they look intently into each other's eye as we see the base of the Andrew Jackson statue.
My friend is missing too. There may be some connection.
Can you do something, Dr. Mantis? I don't understand this.
That's interesting, but I am not a doctor. I cannot sort out your medical needs. But I will find this missing girl.
Sure.
But my voice.
I can do something about your voice. You need a specialist.
She looks at Mr. Mantis pleading and with their eyes.
They never got nowhere to turn.
Page 20. Panel 1. Sergeant Jackson is about to take a huge bite of some kind of sandwich. He looks like he's very, very hungry.
Lunchtime.
The next panel, he looks irritated as someone has interrupted his bite.
Not doing anything important, are you, Sergeant Jackson?
Sergeant Jackson stands and Peter Mantis approaches.
Ah, the ghost hunter. You didn't tell me you were famous, Mantis.
Do not disrespect me, Sergeant. Look, the homeless are disappearing.
And Peter Mantis and Sergeant Jackson are walking, and Peter Mantis is upset. He's pointing his finger at Sergeant, who's still trying to eat a sandwich.
Children are disappearing. You think your fire deaths are linked to it all? And that indicates magic.
Sergeant Jackson is really upset. He points his finger at Peter Mantis' nose.
Yeah, I checked out your friend. And a weird state too.
These conversations are the best.
Sergeant Jackson turns his back on Peter Mantis, and Peter Mantis stands with his hands on his hips.
I don't need black magic answers, Mr. Mantis.
Page 21. Tamara enters the office of Peter Mantis as his secretary sits there with her hands in her lap.
Mission Center where Raymond Evers worked.
Oh, it's not his office, sorry.
Yeah, I think it's a mission center.
This is Mrs. Quinn, Roberta.
Raymond was checking out the possibility of kidnapping. He just couldn't find motive.
Mrs. Quinn stands up as Tamara waves and Peter Mantis introduces the two of them.
Oh, hello, Tamara. Mrs. Queen, this is Tamara. Her daughter is missing.
Close up of Mrs. Quinn, who has glasses and her hair pulled back into a bun.
Raymond suspected at least one person a day he was disappearing. And not many people miss the homeless when they're gone.
I just want to say that Mrs. Quinn looks drunk in that panel.
Yeah.
She does.
And it does.
Peter Mantis stands with his hands on his hips as Tamara stands with her arms folded across her chest, and Mrs. Quinn stands with one hand on her hip as they all converse.
Did Raymond mention missing children, you drunk?
Not specifically.
Get yourself together, woman.
I'm fine. That doesn't rule out a connection. I hope you can do something. I know I couldn't have been. Raymond in that fire.
Do you need another drink?
Page
Not yet.
22. Peter Mantis and Tamara talk to some random person who leans against the doorway.
No one seems to know anything. Yet there is fear.
Peter and Tamara talk to some bearded guy. I think he is on a boat.
And when did you see your friend last?
Now Peter and Tamara are in a voodoo shop because we can tell because the lady has on voodoo earrings and there are little things in jars that look like
It's
voodoo.
profiling.
You
Green.
sure you know nothing.
Peter and Tamara stand next to each other, and he has his hands to his head, like his head is hurting.
I seem to sense something in her. Something powerful.
Peter, Mantis, and Tamara sit at a table, floating in white nothingness. She has her hands in her head, possibly a headache.
Well, no one has a clue.
Peter, what if she's dead?
Peter Mantis can't believe what she says and holds his hands out to encourage her as she closes her eyes and looks away.
Tamara, please, you can't give up hope.
Peter and Tamara walk again on the streets.
I keep thinking of her when she was a baby. She was so delicate, so precious.
Close up of Peter Mantis's eyes. He is looking behind him.
Oh, seems we've captured someone's attention.
Shot of the people behind them. Looks like just some regular people, but the cosplayers have returned. Oh, next panel. There were no words. Peter grabs Tamara's hands and they begin to run.
Oh.
Who are those people?
I'm not asking them for introductions, you silly woman.
Next page. Tamara runs and the moon is over her head and the silhouetted figures of the cosplayers chase her.
Peter, they have
Close-up shot of a mouth wide open. It has sharp teeth.
fangs.
Close-up of Peter Mantis. He's gritting his teeth as he's trying to run faster.
Come on, this way.
Here, Peter grabs her. Wait, where do we go from there? No, cosplayer at the bottom. He's got his fangs clenched and his fist clenched. He's determined. That's a random vampire, I guess.
Let them get away.
Yeah. Peter Mantis, still holding onto Tamara's hand, runs harder as silhouettes of the cosplayers are behind them.
Oh my God.
Peter Mantis bangs his hands on a wall as Tamara turns around to look at the cosplayers who are chasing them.
It's a dead end.
Peter.
Close up of an eyeball. I think that might be Tamara, but I'm not sure. Next page. Splash page. The cosplayers are all standing, staring at Peter and Tamara. Bella Lugosi takes the center stage, and I'm not sure who's draped over his shoulders. It looks like Vampirella is to his right, and looks like the Crow is right next to her. and motorcycle guy standing there looking, and some dude with mustache and a cigarette is looking. They all have fangs.
Suppose it would be appropriate to say, "Good evening."
Good evening.
Continued. Next issue, The Dead Walk. Be here or
Wow.
be square.
My
And
voice.
scene.
And scene.
My throat. Yeah. And cut. And
A wrap.
with that, it's a wrap.
I'm gonna talk like this the rest of the stream.
Brad, are you still there, or did you abandon your post?
Brett ran away. Run away, run away.
Okay. All right. We do have a few comments there. Let's see here.
I hope there's some rave reviews of my French accent.
Uh,
Are there any agents watching?
yeah, really.
Casting agents?
Tim TK said when we were talking about the Super Bowl, he said it's like the UFA Cup, but not as fun. And I don't know. I don't know what UFA is.
Cup. Oh dear.
I'm guessing that's a soccer thing, huh?
If it's one I'm thinking of, yes.
Okay. EUFA.
Yeah, UEFA. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, sorry, UEFA. Tim TK says someone better give Curtis a solid snake.
Yes.
So is that who Curtis gets this time?
Solid snake.
Solid snake.
I don't know.
Quentin said, I can't wait to see how it goes with this group. William says he already does. Oven says, hello, Silverline family. Oven! Quentin's got some laughing here. Curtis, LOL, Roberta, OMG. And this is you guys are naturals. Bunch of laughing faces from Wubba, who I think threw a Super Bowl party simply so he didn't have to be here tonight.
Do this.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Royal Airship said, fan freaking tastic. Tommy said, great job. And then Wubba replied to Quentin and said, watching Brady buy another Super Bowl ring. So I can tell there are a lot of Brady fans out there, huh? Okay, so hopefully we'll get some feedback from some folks who have watched this, but we're gonna do another one. We're gonna do the same two books that that the Wednesday crew did. So our next book is going to be Cat and Mouse, #1, Volume 1. And I really wish there was some way I could beg out of this one, so I could just kind of watch, but I guess I won't. So so I'll assign the parts again, and so the first one is going to be the descriptions of the artwork, the panel art descriptions, and that one's going to be done by Aaron.
Okay, I could do that.
Now, Aaron, you're going to do this in the voice of Droopy Dog.
What's
Oh
he
my
sound like?
God.
Droopy Dog, right? You
I know
Droopy
who
Dog.
he is.
Okay, good. All right. The next voice will be Curtis, who will be doing the voice of Cat or Brett.
Okay.
And Aaron, what voice is Curtis going to use?
For Cat, he's doing it for Cat.
Yeah, Cat, the character.
Do like a Valley Girl. Do you know what a Valley Girl is? The
Of
old
course
80s.
he does.
Like totally for sure.
Like, yeah, there you go.
Oh my God. I could totally do that.
Quentin says round 2, baby. That's right. All right. So next up is Roberta, who will be doing the lines of the Widowmaker or Miss Johnson.
Right.
And Curtis, what voice is she going to be using?
Let's see. I'd like her to use the voice of Eartha Kitt from the old Batman 66 show as Catwoman.
Oh man.
I'm sorry.
That's
I'll give you a choice. If you want another one, I'll give you another one. Let me see. The other one would be you could do the voice as W.C. Fields, but that's pretty old reference. So.
Oh no, I don't know that I could pull that off.
Oh, I know W.C. Fields. Wow, that is an old one. My little kumquat.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, that's that is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that could be pretty funny.
Yes.
Okay, yeah,
I
go
think
with
that could.
WCW.
I'll try. I'll try that.
All right.
Yeah, I don't know why I chose him.
So
Yeah, but that's good. All
next
right.
up will be John, who is going to have two parts. John, you're going to be Officer Jesse, who first appears on page 5 with Brett, and then you're also going to be doing the lines of Mouse or Bobby, and her first lines aren't until page 11. Roberta, what voice is he going to use for these characters?
Let's see. Do you think Roadrunner, like, something that high pitched, or are we done with that? That's too much.
You're picking.
Like, he went, meep, but it's not a person's voice, but I was thinking something like that.
So
No, I gotta come up with something a little bit more funny. Like, don't give it to me. I don't have any ideas yet.
Yeah. All right. So we'll come back to you for the voice. So John, you're spared for just a moment.
Yeah, just
okay. So next up, Pete, you got a handful of lines here.
Yes.
You are going to be the narrator.
Uh-huh.
You're going to be doing the sound effects.
Uh-huh.
You're going to be doing Scott, who is the boxer on page 9.
Yes.
And you're going to be doing the karate teacher on page 12.
Oh.
John, what voice is he going to use?
Sean Connery.
Sean Connery. That's a good one. All right. Now I've got a handful of catch-all voices. I'll be the Mord Doctor on page 5, Ignatius on page 7. I'll be Simon, the gym owner, on page 9, Random Widow on page 11, Kanoich on page 14, and the Traffic Girl on page 20. A bunch of smaller parts there. Pete, what voice am I going to use?
Oh, that's a good question. Oh, can you do Deep South?
Sure.
Let's
Deep
do Deep
South.
South. Yeah. Hillbilly, real hillbilly.
Okay, so Jim Neighbors kind of hillbilly,
or Deliverance,
or
Deliverance.
Yeah,
We don't want to
Deliverance.
scar our viewers.
Deliverance, sort of real hillbilly.
Oh my god.
Okay. I'm trying to remember
This is
Deliverance.
crazy.
It's more like Foghorn Leghorn, right?
Well, yeah.
Just really,
Okay.
just really,
All right.
really.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. So did we ever, Roberta, ever get a voice for John?
Oh, I did not, didn't I?
I got one. How about this? I got an idea for you to help you.
Well, what's the I think his name is Boris character in the Minions.
Oh, Boris from
yeah.
The animated movie?
Yeah, the guy with the big long nose. Written by a former Malibu guy.
Uh-huh.
Kendario.
Kendario, thank you. I was drawing a blank there for a minute. Yeah, John, you didn't know that? All the Minions? What movie does that belong to?
I thought it was, isn't it
Despicable Me? Yeah,
Despicable Me, yeah.
And Minions,
yeah, Despicable Me, written by a former Malibu guy. Yep.
What name?
That inventor guy, and he's got a great accent.
Yeah, he's got kind of the Russian accent.
Oh,
okay. So, are we ready?
I may have to mute this and listen to a Russian accent real quick, or that accent, so I can just kind of jog my memory.
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, your first lines aren't until page 5 anyway.
Or you could go with a high-pitched Parisian girl.
Wubba said he should do Captain Kirk.
Ooh,
Oh,
I
that'd be brilliant.
That'd be good. That'd be good. I like that. I like that.
Yeah.
So you're Captain Kirk, John. That's your voice, Captain Kirk. Captain James.
No,
T.
I
Kirk.
already agreed to the Russian inventor.
Oh, okay,
inventor.
Russian is right. All right, we're not changing them.
We're going.
Okay, are we ready?
As will ever be.
Let me get my list back out here in case we forget who's who. I can look back up on the list here. Okay. Okay. Descriptions, Aaron. Take it away.
Okay. So like, it's like a New Orleans like mansion, and there's like flowers and posts and stuff. There's a lady, ninja lady, on the steps, and it looks like she just kicked the crap out of some guy on the ground. He's like in a mud puddle or something. I don't know. And it looks like he's running away in the middle of some action scene.
Me, right?
Narrator's Peter.
Oh, that's that. Do I,
Credits and the sound effects.
credits and sound. Oh, okay. Siege of the Story, Roland Man, Grandmaster of Graphite, Dean Zachary, Empress of Inks, Barbara Carberg, Colonel of Color, Kevin Callagley, City of Destruction.
Now that's Brett's first narration.
Okay. My name is Brett Huffman. Like, yeah, that's me in the mud. The girl with the cloth and mask tossed me out. Yeah, that's a little humiliating.
Yeah, Curtis is a bit too good at that.
I'm not new to this. I'm true to this. I guess.
That of course is Widowmaker there.
Widowmaker, and then back to me. I think.
Yeah, it's a little humiliating.
Okay. Back to me. A few months ago, I graduated from high school.
Oh.
So the ninja jumped down from like the stairs, but it looks like the cat guy is jumping to give her a ninja-like punch. They're in the front yard of this mansion, as I said before. It's coming out the steps of the mansion. Looks like something's about to go down.
And was totally dumped by my fiance.
Should we do the
Yeah, it's kind of overlapping. Should I?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Because
Okay,
you carried it.
I'll go ahead. All right. Seems she didn't want to marry a cop, even though she knew that my plan was for 2 years.
Woof.
So like the cat ninja dude like tries to punch the ninja lady and he completely whiffs it. I mean, like a typical guy, he just whiffs it. I mean, anyway, I'm gonna stop there.
Next panel.
Okay, the next one. So in return for whiffing the punch and missing the girl, the ninja girl does a flying leap kick and this guy would be unconscious with a straight kick to the head like that. And the background's like, again, in front of this New Orleans mansion. All very gloomy, I guess you might say.
So I went onto the police academy, graduated from there a few weeks ago.
Plant.
The very next day, my now ex-fiance called me for a favor. Seems her younger sister, Bobby, had run away from home and she wanted to go find her.
So, okay. I'm going to describe this whole thing as a montage. It looked like the ninja lady, after doing the flying kick, has landed in a mud puddle. And looks like the cat, the ninja man, has blocked a blow from the ninja lady, grabbed her wrists, and with a fluid motion, like tried to flip her over, but instead the ninja lady gets a lucky strike, and with her claws, tears his ninja mask, rips it in shreds.
So I went to New Orleans and thanks to my friend, found her at the police station and took her home. Not a word from my ex. Not even a thank you. Whatever. A few days ago, the ex called me again. Seems Bobby had run away again, and the ex wanted me to fetch her again. I can't believe you guys are doing this to me. Next page.
All done out of love. So, like, the cat ninja dude, like, succeeded in flipping over the lady ninja, and she goes splooshing into a mud puddle in the middle of the rain. Oh, did I mention it's raining? Was it raining in the last panels? Yes, it's been raining. My bad.
I know what you're thinking.
So, the ninja lady looks like she is getting up from being knocked down. She's got part of Kat's mask on. Remember I told you she ripped the mask off? Well, now she's got that mask and she's turning it around to him. And in the foreground is the back of Kat's head as he looks at the ninja lady.
I should just move on and let the
Good.
ex and her family. Oh, sorry, go ahead. You can add this.
I meant to kasploosh.
Thank you. I should just move on and let the ex and her family resolve their own problems. But that's not me.
Flip around, I'm staring at this man. He's got his hand up, water dripping off him. He's further out in the yard from the New Orleans mansion. In the background, there's a Peter. Would you take this for me?
Wheel.
Like the sirens and stuff are like coming.
I want to become a
One more
police
time, Peter.
for a reason.
Oh, wheel.
So I'm in New Orleans to find my ex-fiance's kid sister and take her home again.
Uh-oh. So, like, it looks like the ninja lady still holding the mask is spinning around because she hears the cops. And I can't imagine how many nightly calls the police in New Orleans get about ninjas. I mean, they're like a dime a dozen. They're everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
My searching led me to this house where I kind of broke in, and then I got tossed out, as you've just seen. The police are getting closer, and it looks like I'm in some real trouble. Cue sound effect.
Wheel.
Yeah, things haven't gone exactly the way I'd planned.
So, like, scene shift. We're in a whole nother scene now. Looks like the street of some at night, rain. I think we're still in New Orleans. I think the whole story takes place in New Orleans. Some girl walking in the street, car in the background. Busy night street with a rainy night.
24 hours earlier.
Looks like we're cutting into what I assume is police station. So again, gloomy, rainy night. Kind of like me. Police station. In the background.
New Orleans, NOLA, the Big Easy. If it's an easy place to go if you want to disappear or get killed.
So now we're cut inside the police station looking down a hallway. Looks like there's a gentleman in a red coat. I would assume that's Cat, the man who was fighting the ninja lady, walking beside a doctor, maybe a coroner. Beside her is a police officer, all walking down. It looks like they're conversing.
That body's a curious thing to see. Of course, I've seen my share of them.
Thanks for letting us come down here so late.
Come all the way from Mississippi just to see that body, did ya?
Seeing cuts close. So like seeing cuts close up. Cat looks sad, standing next to the police officer. He's got his arm around Cat. Poor guy. Poor buddy. In the far, far, far ground is the lady doctor. She just looks, well, irritated.
Brett is looking for a runaway, a friend of his.
I totally hope it's not her.
So, scene shifts, looking down on a corner. There's dead bodies, the lockers where they put dead bodies. The coroner is uncovering a dead woman. Looking over the dead woman as the coroner uncovers her is the police officer and Cat, who's still having a bad day.
Yep. Got a Jane Doe who's been here a few days. This the girl you're looking for?
That's not her, thank God.
Last panel is a close-up of the girl. She looks, well, dead. To a new scene, we're looking at a telephone pole, a wooden telephone pole. Somebody stapling, actually it's Cat, who's stapling up a missing photo of a girl. Probably the girl he's been talking about looking for. She's got like dark hair, a white streak in her hair, and he's got a stapler. So this man is armed and on the streets. That's not good.
Shortly. Do I read the notes, the paper as well?
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Missing. Call 555-867-5309 with any information.
That's Jesse. The first line's without a tail.
Yeah, it's
John.
John's the
Do what?
the
Those,
first two
those are
words
your
will
first
link to John.
lines.
Oh, those. Oh, okay.
For Jesse?
Boyd.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's no tail to
Page,
him, so it's
yeah,
like,
there's no tail. Page 6, up top.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry, I didn't notice. I didn't see where it was going to. Boy, Bobby sure has changed since I left Mississippi. She's quite grown up. What is she now? 15?
and then panel description.
Oh yeah, that's right. My bad. I get so caught up in the story I forget what's going on. Now we're looking at Cat's face. He looks, well, you know when you've eaten like McDonald's, it's not sitting right with you. It's kind of giving you indigestion. He has that kind of look on his face.
15 Jesse. She's 17 now. And yeah, she has changed. She might not be so hard to spot at home, but here, she's just another face in the crowd. But Jennifer asked me to find her.
So now we pull the camera out and we see Cat still armed with a stapler. And we see a police officer, the one he was walking in the hallway with the coroner with, standing right next to him. You would think he would arrest Cat for holding a dangerous weapon such as a stapler, but this is New Orleans, so...
Okay, so here I am.
Speaking of your ex-girlfriend, how's she doing?
Now it looks like
I've
we
heard-
cut up...
yeah.
Oh, let me...
Go ahead.
Side face. You're looking at the police officer's side profile. This Cat in the background looks longingly on at him.
I've heard from her twice since she broke off with me. Both times asking me to find Bobby.
So, looks like we cut out more. Now, Cat and the police officer are walking down looking for more places to post the signs. There's a parking garage, a typical New Orleans street. Somebody in the foreground is putting mustard on a hot dog with, well, that is one hell of a knife. That's looks like it could, either that's mustard or he killed something with yellow blood and is smearing it on his hot dog. I'm not sure. And it looks like a painted lady's off in the background too.
Sorry about that, kid.
All good. But I promised Jennifer I'd find Bobby. So I'll stay here as long as it takes.
No wonder you turned on me so savagely. I suspect you're using me as a scapegoat for your own feelings of guilt. You
No.
fellas want a hot dog?
So the scene is flipped around, and it looks like the man putting the hot mustard on the hot dog is actually grilling him on the street. He looks like I can't tell if a homeless guy or just a guy who's got a hunting cap on, green coat, and a brown scarf. Looks like he's selling him. Walking by him is Cat and the officer, seeming to ignore him.
Is my paranoia getting completely out of hand? Or are you mongoloids really talking about me?
Hopefully, someone will see one of these flyers and recognize her.
So we're cutting in. I'm gonna guess we're back on the. We're going on the street. We might be heading towards the police station. Cat and the officer still looking at the flyers. Not sure if they put any more up, but they have a whole stack of them. My suggestion is just toss them to the ground. Let the wind take care of them.
What do you know about that Mrs. Johnson? Miss Johnson.
Who?
To a close-up of Cat's face, he looks surprised.
Lady at the police station when I came to get Bobby.
So now we're cutting into the police station, and it looks like it's the front counter. Above the front counter looks like a star, like a huge police officer star. And there's glass grills, and the police officer that was walking with Cat is walking away with a cup of coffee, and well, looks like Cat is standing behind. Well, Bobby, oh, I get it. This is a flashback scene. This is happening in the past. I guess the sparklies around the panel should have given that away. Again, my bad. You did ask me to do this job, and it's rather hard.
2 weeks ago, she told Bobby to look her up. The next time she ran away from an abusive man at home.
So we're flipping the camera around. We're getting a good look at Bobby. She's wearing a tank top. Guess don't want to say the other. What is the other? Anyway, low-cut jeans. She's got a blue streak in her hair. She looks like like a punk, really. Behind her is standing Cat, looking worried, at a loss for words.
Had some weird eye thing going on. The whole thing was, I don't know, weird.
Yeah, he was referring to in front of the lady, in front of Bobby is standing this lady. I don't know if I mentioned that. She's a lady in like a night dress, like with a slit up the side. She looks very almost sexy, I guess, regal. And they're referring to her eyes. She has one blue eye. The magic of contacts. We cut to a new scene. We're looking at the police officer that was walking with the Cat. What is his name? Johnson? Jesse. The police officer, Jesse.
Wish I could tell you I remember, but I don't.
Cut to a scene of Jesse walking away from Cat. Cat still holding the flyers.
As much as I'd love to help, I have to get back to work. Good luck.
We switch scenes again. I think we're in the present. Looks like Cat's walking up a catwalk, pun intended.
Yeah.
It looks like he's going into Simon's gym. So it looks like an old gym down in New Orleans, and Cat's looking to visit the place.
Later, Simon's gym.
No one's seen her.
We're cutting to Cat. He's holding the flyers. Looks like he's going into the gym to show the flyers around to see if anyone has seen Bobby.
She could be anywhere.
Oh, sorry. Looks like we'll cut to another one. It looks like there's a fist punching a punching bag. Somebody practicing boxing of some kind.
She could even be hiding if she knows I'm looking for her.
Wide shot of the gym. You got people in the background practicing various boxing moves and stuff. There's a ring in the back. A man in the front punching a punching bag as another gentleman holds it for him. In the very front is Cat, showing off the flyer to people who obviously have better things to do than look at a flyer of Bobby.
Hold up a minute, Scott. What's up, kid?
I'm looking for a missing girl. Wondered if I could put a flyer up. Maybe you've seen her?
To a scene, it looks like the guy's punching the punch bag, and the guy holding the bag are looking at the flyer. Very interested.
Incidental characters.
That's Scott the boxer.
Oh, Scott the Boxer.
Is that me?
Yeah.
Man, she's so young.
Sorry, kid. Haven't seen her. You could hang some flyers in the window.
You cut to another scene. A hat looks like a close-up shot of Cat's face.
New Orleans will chew you up and spit you out.
Now we're cutting to a scene of Cat walking out of the gym. Obviously, this whole visit was a waste. No one knew Bobby. Then again, why would Bobby be hanging out at the gym? I don't know, maybe. It's raining. He's got his hood up. He looks depressed. Cat's been depressed for pretty much this whole comic book, but then again, he did start out the entire comic book getting his butt handed to him, so I understand.
Try the karate club down the street. They're a lot younger down there. Good luck. I hope you find her.
Looks like we're cutting to again the New Orleans mansion that was the very beginning where the fight broke out, but now it's daylight. Looks like afternoon.
Hey, Raider. Pete.
Oh, elsewhere.
That's Miss Johnson there.
Again.
What?
Again.
So we're cutting to looks like a lady with a ponytail. She's got two gloves up, the kind of gloves that you punch into. Looks like she's practicing having somebody punch into her gloves. I'm going to cut to the next panel. She flip around and see Bobby. Bobby is just smacking the crap out of these gloves. I mean, just punching him. Looks like behind there's a skull with a voodoo hat. Looks like some sort of ninja weapons of some kind. A brick wall. I would assume she's in a dungeon of some kind practicing.
Stop punching like a girl. You expect to take down a man, you must hit like one.
Now we're cutting to
sound effect.
Pump. And technically that's pimp.
Pimp.
Pimp. Punch like a
looks
girl.
like Bobby makes a hard strike into one of the gloves, like a karate chop.
Swap.
That's Widowmaker saying it.
Good.
Looks like she does another spinning kick, planting her heel into the palm of the person holding the gloves.
Doop.
And then looks like a straight hit.
Thunk.
Better.
So again, the last panel is a mixture of the Widowmaker and Bobby practicing, and Bobby is planting another foot, and the Widowmaker is blocking it with her gloves. Looks like she's getting the hang of this whole eye kick butt thing.
They're giving you no quarter. You must give them none. Put the force of all your memory behind it.
Ooh, this one looks bad. Looks like the Widowmaker is, I guess, kind of grabbed Bobby's foot, flipped around, and threw her on the ground. Poor Bobby.
But never get overconfident.
Sound effect.
Oh, damn. Splunk.
Ugh.
To a scene looking behind the Widowmaker. I can't tell. It looks like we're just behind her. She may be grabbing her shoulder, but I'm not sure. We're just behind her now.
Remember, you must.
Sis Johnson.
Widowmaker spins around. Looks like somebody was talking behind her or something. I don't know.
You know, not to interrupt me when I'm training a widow.
So now we show a scene of who was talking behind the Widowmaker. Looks like a girl with a scorpion on her shirt. She's holding up some sort of piece of paper standing in the doorway, trying to get the Widowmaker's attention.
I'm terribly sorry, ma'am, but I thought you'd want to see this.
Now the Widowmaker is spun around. She's taking off her gloves and looks surprised at what she's about to see.
Bring it here.
The Widowmaker snacks the paper out of the lady's hand. Bobby's in the background, wiping her chin. You know, I guess, was it licking her bruises, they might say?
That's Widowmaker.
Who's it?
Widowmaker.
Oh, it seems as if someone's looking for you, Bobby.
I see.
Looks like a close-up on the Widowmaker's eyes. She's crushing the paper. She's got a blue eye and a brown eye. This is the lady from the police station had 2 different colored eyes. This is her.
No.
Now we cut back to Bobby. She's sweating, taking off the bandages out of her hand. She's done getting her butt kicked for the day.
You think Jennifer is looking for me? Maybe it's my family.
Got to another close-up of the Widowmaker. She looks serious this time.
It doesn't matter who it is. It's the family, the police. They only mean to harm you again when they find you. We are your family now. Resume your training.
Last shot is of Bobby looking, well, disappointed. But then, what else could you look like? Now we cut to a karate school, a martial arts dojo.
Mm-hmm.
Kids in the background are practicing. One guy in the background looks like he's putting on gloves. Cat is walking in with flyers, still looking for Bobby.
Not far away.
I think that, sorry, there's a weird glare on my screen. Let me just, okay. All right. They're so young, just kids.
Hey, yeah.
And the martial arts instructor.
That would be.
That's me, isn't it?
Yep.
Yeah. Just a moment, students. Hello, sir. How may I help you all?
My friend's sister has gone missing, and I'm here looking for her.
Looks like Cat, flipping around looking at Cat. He's handing him a flyer.
Any chance she's been in here?
The martial arts instructor's taking the flyer, looking at it intently.
Or maybe one of your students has seen her.
Now we cut to the martial arts instructor showing the students the flyer. Everybody, take a look at Bobby. Everybody see Bobby. Memorize her face. You'll be tested on it in the future.
Students, have any of you seen this girl?
No, sir. No.
I'm afraid we haven't seen you. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Oh.
Chat.
Now we cut to somebody looking through blinds. Maybe it's a lady of some kind. She's peeking down. All you see is eyes and blinds.
I'm afraid we haven't seen your friend. You're welcome to put the posters in the window. You must also try Mrs. Johnson. She sometimes is aware of homeless kids.
So now we're back outside the New Orleans police station.
Police headquarters.
I don't know, Jesse. I feel like I've looked everywhere.
Scene cuts inside the police station. Jesse's standing next to Cat. They've run out of flowers. That's sad. Looks like in the background, some cops are doing things, arresting people, interviewing people. Typical cop stuff.
New Orleans is a big city, Brett. You put up all the flyers.
I did. Probably should run off some more. Several people told me to check into that Miss Johnson I mentioned to you. Were you able to find out anything about her?
About that. I was actually able to do some digging around.
Looks like we're cutting again now. Looks like Jesse's taking a sip of hot coffee, standing next to Cat, who looks serious.
If she's involved You're in way over your head. Seems she's probably involved in some high-profile murders. Only men.
Ooh.
Now we cut to a dramatic close-up of Jesse. He looks serious. Maybe he's burnt himself on his hot cup of coffee.
You need to stay away from her. She's bad news.
Bad news.
Cut the cat looking at Jesse. He looks somewhat confused. Maybe. Scene switches again. Now we're looking outside. Looks like a urban house somewhere in a neighborhood. It's nighttime.
Oh, I missed a page. That evening.
Thanks again for letting me crash at your place.
No problem. You gotta go out again tomorrow?
Yes,
No.
I have to, you know? Sorry.
Oh, no, go ahead. We're cutting
I'm
inside
good.
the house. Looks like Officer Jesse's washing some dishes and cat looks angry.
Yes, I have to, you know?
I feel you.
Now we cut to a scene of Cat walking back into her bedroom. He's all talked out. Looks like it's nap time.
What am I going to tell Jennifer? Sorry, I can't find your kid's sister in New Orleans? Take me back and marry me like we planned.
Behind Cat, as he goes into the room and takes off her shirt. Behind him is a woman in slinky. Well, I mean, every time I take off my shirt, women come out of the woodwork as well. But it looks like she's hiding in shadow behind Cat. Cat is unaware of this. And then we cut to, looks like the woman's walking up to Cat. Now Cat notices this is the woman in the slinky garments behind him. She's dressed almost like another ninja.
What?
Cat turns around, punches, but the woman, I mean, because she's a ninja, blocks it with ease.
You picked the wrong house to break into.
Pack.
We need 3 snaps in the Z formation, sir.
The ninja woman grabs Cat, flipping him over easily. That's what you get for trying to punch hot ladies in your bedroom.
Why? I did not come here to hurt you. If I had, you would be in pain.
Now we see the lady in full view. She is a dark-haired lady with what looks like some sort of ninja-like spandex on. She's not wearing a mask, but she is holding Cat's hand, almost bending his wrist backwards. Again, showing the dominance of the fight. She has won.
Cripes, lady, who are you and what do you want?
Close-up of the lady's face.
You are poking a bear and cannot win the oncoming fight without my help.
To a small scene. Cat looks mad.
Why would you want to help me?
We
Now,
have.
oh, sorry. Oh, wait, okay. The woman, okay, looks like Cat is being thrown into a wall.
We have a common enemy, the Widowmaker. If you wish to find your friend, I can help, but you will need training.
I have no idea who you...
Thonk.
At the end of that sentence, when Cat was thrown into the wall, that'll teach him to speak out of turn. Now we cut to, looks like Cat's looking out a window. He's grabbing some blinds. He looks surprised.
My name is Knorch. I am the teacher at the Karate Club.
Swoosh.
Huh?
I would assume the ninja has just disappeared, as ninjas are wont to do. Now we cut back to the, again, it's nighttime in front of the New Orleans house that we saw in the very beginning. This is where Cat got his butt kicked as he comes back to the scene of the crime.
The next morning.
Well, here goes nothing.
Cat knocks on the door.
Sound effect.
Knock, knock.
Now, the Widowmaker, wearing a slinky green dress, looking very alluring, enters the front door. Witnessing Cat, who did I mention Cat is wearing a police officer's uniform? I didn't. Well, he is.
Honey, aren't you a little young for a police officer?
Good morning, ma'am. I'm from the sheriff's department and
The sheriff's department. Seriously, hon.
Looks like the Widowmaker snaps Cat's badge right off his chest. Come on, Cat, what are those ninja skills? You should have seen that coming.
Don't you know? I know a real badge when I see one.
Flipping around.
ma'am. Ma'am, I'm sorry. Go ahead. I messed up. Go ahead.
Okay, no, okay. So we're going to the next page.
I jumped it. Yeah, sorry.
No, that's okay. So it looks like the Widowmaker is flinging the badge off to the ground. Now Cat's showing a bunch of paperwork to the Widowmaker. He looks stern.
Now get off my porch before you wake my sleeping family.
Ma'am, I'm just looking for someone who is lost.
Cut up to the Widowmaker. She looks irritated.
Please, ma'am, have you seen this girl?
I think that's still you, Curtis.
That's still you.
Oh, I've heard some. Oh, I'm sorry. That's okay. I've heard you sometimes help runaway girls.
So now we cut to the Widowmaker. Oh yeah, go ahead.
I'm sorry. I've never seen her. Now go before I call the real police.
With that, the Widowmaker spins around, goes back inside, leaving Cat standing on the porch all by his lonesome.
Well,
now we cut to Cat walking down the stairs, defeated.
Well.
Uh-oh. Looks like something has caught Cat's attention. Somebody standing in a window on the second story behind him in that New Orleans mansion.
That is one weird looking statue. Kind of gives me the, huh?
He spins back around, completely facing the window. Somebody's looking out at Cat.
Bobby.
Oh my God, it is Bobby. She's looking out the window at Cat, and she looks surprised.
Brett, what's he doing down there?
I think that's the Widowmaker.
That's Widowmaker, yeah.
Forget him, dear.
All of a sudden, Bobby spins around and see the Widowmaker standing in the doorway of her room.
Miss Johnson, I know that boy. What did he say? Is he looking for me? What did he want?
He wants what every man wants. To control you.
Looks like the Widowmaker has led Bobby outside of the room. They're walking down a hallway. Beside them are doors with various skulls and scorpion ornaments. The Widowmaker is smoking a cigarette as she talks to Bobby.
And that reminds me, you've trained hard last week, very hard. Wouldn't you agree?
Bobby?
Yes.
But of course you have. Hard work deserves a reward. It's time.
2 panels. Looks like the Widowmaker pulls a key from the sleeve. She's wearing like a dress with these drooping sleeves. She pulls a key from it, sticks it in a lock.
Look.
Now we are in. Okay, I'm going to go with this first one. So it looks like the Widowmaker is gesturing to something, showing Bobby something in the distance. We're not quite sure yet, but Bobby looks surprised.
Time for what?
One more, Bobby.
No, it's Widowmaker next.
No, what is this place?
Why?
Why time?
Why? It's time for you to become the powerful woman you are, my dear.
Now we cut to looks like an ornate ceremonial room. It looks like some sort of weird scorpion statue with flames. And standing by either side of the scorpion statue are two ninja ladies kneeling, with weapons all around them. Some of the weapons are holding, some are adorning these concrete posts jutting off to the ceilings, and all around it are the hanging chains from the Hellraiser movie.
What is this place?
This has been the home to powerful women of New Orleans for over 100 years. Marie Laveau was even here for a while. You know her. Doesn't matter, you will soon.
To a close-up of Bobby, she looks scared.
But most importantly, my dear, this is where.
Now it looks like the Widowmaker standing behind Bobby, pulling a mask over her. Her very own ninja mask.
You become one of my highly valued widows.
Now we cut to a scene. Remember Cat outside? He's roaming around the mansion in a police uniform. Well, he's ditched the police uniform, and now he's got a hoodie on, pulling on a ninja mask while hiding in some bush. Looks like he's about to do some ninja sneak on the mansion.
Late at night.
The mask should keep me from being recognized. If those surveillance cameras I saw are actually working.
Yeah, pulls the mask over his face, kneels down and slides a window he found going into a basement. So the window's at the base of the mansion. Slides it open and goes to a subterranean level.
If that really was Bobby, I saw it in the window. I've got to find her and get home.
Cat is dropping into what looks like a dungeon. Two women are attached to what look like these Frankenstein machines with gear with like headsets on them and stuff. And behind these two sets of bars, and the bars have this skull with this horns, are two ladies who are awake, shouting for Cat's help.
What? Are those girls alive? What's going on in here?
Mister, please help. She's going to sell us.
Close up to one of the girls behind the bar, tears streaming down her face.
Help me. I miss my mama.
Close up of Cat's eyes. He looks, well, a lot of people look surprised in this comic, and here's another shot of that.
No.
So now we cut to, it looks like the Widowmaker is enjoying a nice cup of wine as she taps on a computer. We're in a different scene. Looks like she's in some sort of control room.
There you are. I knew you'd be back. You're such a man.
Tap.
Uh-oh. Cat, surprised by as the lights turn red, looks like he's tripped some sort of alarm.
Oh, no. I've triggered the alarm.
Re.
Uh-oh. The window cat came in. Well, there's like bars coming down, locking him in. Ain't no way for him to go back out that way.
Shoosh.
Crap. I'm not leaving the way I came in.
Looks like there's a picture of Cat running out of the room, leaving the poor defenseless girls locked up, there for the rats. What a mean man.
Shoosh.
No, not the door, too.
Wait. Don't leave. Get me out.
So as Cat's running toward the door, you see these big iron bars coming down, sliding down to lock him in. But just at the last moment, Cat does a ninja slide, as ninjas are ought to do, and slides right under the door to his freedom.
I'm sorry, but I can't do anything if we're both trapped in there. I'm going back for you, though, with help.
Now we cut to Cat making his way up a huge flight of stairs from this basement. At the top, well, remember that ninja woman from the very beginning of the series? We're back. So the scene at the very beginning of the series is what's about to happen now. We've caught up to the present.
Plunk.
Uh-oh.
I think
Miss
that
Johnson doesn't like people who break into her house.
So now Remember that scene at the beginning in front of the mansion where they were kicking each other, and then like Mouse tore the mask off of Cat, and they were in the mud and the rain, and the sirens are coming, the police are coming. Well, that's the very same scene. It looks like Mouse is turning around, surprised that the police are coming to get them.
And that's who threw me out of the house. See, not really how I'd planned.
Brett Huffman, what are you doing?
Now, looks like Bobby's surprised to see Brett. She tears the mask off to show her face. Looks like the two heroes have been battling each other the whole time. How
It's
sneaky.
me, Bobby Vasquez.
Now, everything dawns on poor Cat. He's starting to realize he's in more trouble than he knows.
Bobby, I thought that was you I saw. Why are you fighting me?
So, as these two, Cat and Mouse, start to recognize each other, in the background up walks the Widowmaker. She's going to solve this with a
You
knife.
broke it up.
Oh, sorry. The Widowmaker's pulling a gun out from looks like a thigh holster.
You broke into her house.
In the background, Cat and Bobby, recognizing each other now, surprised to see the Widowmaker coming with a gun. Now it looks like trouble has increased for them both.
I was looking for you. Do you know what she's doing there? In the basement, they're in cages.
No, they're not. She trains us to be strong. She's training me to be strong.
In the very last scene, the Widowmaker holds up the gun and with a very calm face pulls the trigger.
Lamb.
My dear Bobby, you still have much to learn. When you catch a rodent in a trap, you kill it.
To be continued.
And end scene.
There you go.
There we are.
There we are. That was
Well, that was
very good.
Hollywood careers beckon for all of us.
Yeah, I know.
That's right. We're all gonna get the call. So we'll be here Wednesday. The Wednesday Whammers will be here. Half these guys, and we'll be back next Sunday. Only thing I have left to say is
make
Silverline.
Bye-bye.
And thanks
Bye,
to
everyone.
Daytona Beach Comic Con. Thank you.
yes,
Daytona
thank you. Forgive me for not saying it.